Joining me now, two mayors, both of whom their cities have beaches that are seeing people return over the holiday weekend. Mayor Clarence Lear III of Cape May, New Jersey, and Mayor Justin Elicker of New Haven, Connecticut. Gentlemen, good to have both of you with us. Just curious, and I'll start with you, Mayor Lear. What was the scene at your beach? Because as I understand it, the beaches in Cape May open, but not for swimming.
That's correct, Erica. This weekend, Cape May's been very cautious, and we are in a transition period now where the weekly rentals are available, but our hotels and motels were not open this weekend. So we had a lot of day trippers, and we had people that were here for the week. So we didn't have the crowds that you would typically expect over Memorial Day weekend. And along with the weather, it was not quite the weekend we would have hoped for.
And were people following guidelines?
As what I was seeing, people were out, I would say probably about 25% in areas where you would hope they would wear a mask, were wearing masks. I think we can do a better job of that. And as we transition into next weekend, we'll be working on that.
So about 25% is what you saw in Cape May. And in New Haven, how were things going there? How are they going so far for the holiday weekend? Do people seem to be following the guidelines you've put out?
So we opened our beach at Lighthouse Point on Friday for the first time. We're limiting our capacity to about a third of the number of cars. And yesterday went quite well. It was a beautiful day. People were abiding by the social distancing guidelines. We've taken away picnic benches. We're not allowing barbecuing and don't have lifeguards on duty. So we've taken away a little bit of fun as well. But so far it's been pretty good.
You mentioned Lighthouse Point for people from the area, and full disclosure, I grew up about 20 minutes away from New Haven. This is such a well-known area, and if you mention you're limiting capacity to about a third, did you have to shut down the entrance at any point because you reached that lower capacity?
Yesterday we didn't. I suspect that today we will, given that it's Memorial Day. But yesterday there wasn't as much interest as we thought in going to the beach, and we didn't have to limit anyone from going.
Mayor Lear, as you look forward, when you get to the point where you will allow swimming again, do you have enough people in place? Do you have the resources that you need to enforce the social distancing measures and other measures you're putting into place?
I believe we do. Both, we have beach tag inspectors, we have lifeguards, we have seasonal officers, and the goal really is not the enforcement. Well, it's the communication. It's to let people know, be mindful. The county health department has also created an ambassador program from the health department for putting information out. And that's how we hope to get the message out very clearly. Stay apart. And our beaches are large, and we have room, and we're going to monitor it. And our beach tag inspectors we've talked about limiting the number of daily tags so we can both visually and numerically know when we're getting near what we're considering a capacity.
People are understandably antsy. I mean, I certainly see it where I live. I can see it in the city when I'm at work during the day. And as you point out, beautiful weather in Connecticut this weekend. Mayor Elicker, are you concerned about what we saw out of Arkansas? Governor Hutchinson, we just heard from Ed Lavandera saying, look, this high school swim party, this pool party, people thought they didn't have a lot to worry about. They're young, maybe they're keeping their distance. Are you worried about a false sense of security?
Absolutely. By and large, throughout this crisis, New Haven residents have been really good at following the social distancing guidelines, but people also feel really cooped up, and I think a lot of people are feeling frustrated. And at the same time, I worry that people have a false sense of security, that they feel like we're beyond this. We are not out of the woods. New Haven just lost our 100th resident to COVID-19. There's a lot more work that we need to be doing, and my hope is that people continue to abide by the guidelines.
And when we look at these guidelines, too, it's not just about the individual, as we know, Mayor Lear, it's about the businesses as well. Businesses have been hit so hard across the country. How are they in terms of following the guidelines and following what you've laid out?
They've been very good. Of course, retail is shut down. Restaurants are open for takeout only at this point. We don't have inside. So between the retail being able to do window shopping, we had a window shopping weekend, curbside pickup, restaurants the same way. The city is looking how we can help the local business, both our beachfront, we have a mall area, outdoor walking mall, pedestrian mall, that we want to make sure that we can create the best environment for them at this point. How can the city help? What can we do maybe to get some seating outdoors, get some retail outdoors where people feel much more comfortable making purchases?
Mayors Justin Elicker and Clarence Lear, great to have you both with us, and best of luck as we keep moving forward here.
Thank you.